Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the AniMango Toku Cast. As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos. Here with me today we have
the Cinder Blaze.
My dude, welcome back. On today's episode, we're going to be reviewing for you Kamen Rider Amazon's or Amazon Riders, episode 6. It was better. It was better.
Yeah, I feel like they got themselves out of that, rut they were in last week, where it was just boring and nothing really happened. We're kind of still stuck in the consequences of it, but at least by the end of the episode, Jin breaks out with... It was a actually entertaining scene, which,
yeah,
I mean, my standards for the show are so low that it actually was, probably one of the highlights of this episode, sadly enough.
And all the exciting parts were kind of loaded into the back, and I feel like what really helped, when the episode started ramping up is when they decided to, not take so many pauses. Even the action, it felt a little like it was taking a pause, in itself was sort of a pause, the fight scene, but there was just enough action in there. There was just enough funny stuff toward the end that I feel like it warrants, at least it's better than the last few.
Yeah. Going back to that scene, a lot of the fights in Amazon's are decent.
Mm-hmm.
Just when they don't go into the really atrocious looking stuff, whenever they be down for the fight scenes and they just rubbing his mask on the body,
yeah.
Nothing's really happening. But when they're actually just brawling in and out regular Toku style, it looked pretty nice.
Yeah, I really wish the color grading was a bit better. We don't need this dark and grungy look anymore, but I understand that they sort of have to stick to their guns. Now I do want to touch on the pausing, and you touched on it as it happened in the watch along. Check that out if you haven't. But yeah. The moment, not where Mamoru... Was it Mamoru? Our main character? Quote, main character?
No, Mamoru is the...
the mole.
Amazon. Yeah, the drill one.
Yeah. So that moment when our main character was like, hey, I found my motivation. It's this and this. He laid it out so slowly, and then we cut to everyone's reaction with each end of the sentence, and you could just hear the fighting in the background. The show is aware that this is taking a lot of time, and the fight is still happening, but they're doing nothing about it. They didn't want to ramp it up.
To be fair, nobody really gave a shit. When this initially kind of came about when the dude in glasses realized that someone was kind of breaking the exoskeleton of the Amazon. He looks at it, he's just better go down and check things and not tell any of my other teammates.
That was so incredibly maddening. What? It's they talk when they shouldn't, and they don't talk when they should. Yeah. There's no middle ground.
Speaking of talk when they shouldn't, I feel a lot of scenes felt longer than they had to this episode. Mm-hmm. Because the leader of the extermination squad, can't remember any of their names, honestly, but he would have to drag out each scene because he has to say that one quote cool line. I felt like he was talking way too much and way too much out of his ass. Mm-hmm. I'm just I don't care, dude. Just move on to the actual things. This is this is an episode more focused on our main character, which he's been so bad for so long. That it's just a lot of the earlier scenes, they might not be that bad in isolation if you haven't watched episodes 1 through 5. Because the music, the tension, all of it's there, but there's not any of the emotional buildup for it to actually just have an impact on us.
Yeah. And on top of that, like, even, like, he's not framed this way, but the writing's so clunky, and it feels like, it ultimately serves to make him a weaker character when you're basically saying, oh, I'm experiencing anger from you two. This is an emotion that I have. Write better. Do a better character. Like, we can't go through from episode 1 to 6 having this guy not have emotions and then suddenly start to discover them.
I think my main problem with that scene was, like, that's how long it took for them to kind of establish his motivation.
Yeah.
So to speak, like, a couple episodes before, it was, he kind of adopted the mentality, it's either eat or be eaten, and he kind of, like, justified his, not like his ability to fight, but, just the fighting itself, like, he's allowed to do that now, and now he's, like, when Jin was kind of making those statements and that whole conversation with Jin and his mom, he's just kind of like thinking like, holy shit, they're treating like us Amazons like garbage. Like we're just some kind of like, positive little scheme, and they're just like gonna dispose of us because we're, not doing things properly. And I think like the inner Amazon inside of him was the one that was kind of just like forcing those like really stupid lines. Like, I understand what they're trying to go with in this episode, and I'm kind of okay with it just because it's Amazons, and my standards are a little bit lower, so I'm like, whatever. As long as this dude has something established, I'm fine with it. Just like take this and run. Like, okay, he's someone who's gonna be fighting for himself only. It doesn't matter if they're human, if they're Amazons. Which
I don't know.
Brings me to another. Go ahead.
I see what you're saying. Like, this episode served to really drive home the lesson he learned last episode and sort of quantify that into his motivation. But it feels so unrelated that I feel like, oh, next episode is he going to learn another thing, and is that going to be his new mantra? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. This show, I want to know why people like it. I still want to know. What makes this good to people? What are people seeing? Also, the villain this episode was just not good.
I feel like a lot of it's probably biased from the designs, and especially like early when we saw like the
what else is there?
Marvel
What else
one.
is there? What else is there outside of the designs to give the villain anything? What else can it do?
I mean, apparently he can kill people and start biting them and make them squirt blood. I mean, at least like Amazon at the end did karate chop his artery off, so
yeah.
At least the finisher was satisfying enough. I'm just like, you know what? Thank you, Amazons. You did something for me. I can somewhat root for you.
Well, okay. I think we're just about done here, because otherwise I have nothing to say outside of comparing it to Build, and we've done that so many other times. Alright, guys, so at least for me, that just about does it. Alex, does that do it for you? Are you done?
Good? And just in case if everyone's like wondering why we're not talking about the last 2 minutes, it was alright.
Oh yeah, it was good. I mean, check out the watch along. We enjoyed ourselves. Yeah, that was fun. Alright, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you're interested in more of our content, definitely check out our watch along. Came up the same time as this one, and tomorrow we're going to be doing a Let's Play of some more Power Rangers Legacy Wars, so stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button and the ring the notification bell to get notified when that comes around. Guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
See ya.
How was that outro?
No, it was fine.
Okay, cool. Felt a little start-stoppy. Also, I'm noticing your audio's starting to pop, and I don't know why. looks like
I
Buzzy.
don't know why either.
Yeah.
I couldn't